Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. If you're watching this video, I want to invite you to explore the deep sea in a beautiful country. A country that is my pride with its marine world. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Fitri Yani Sukmawati. My student ID number is 1906074. To my respected lecturer, Mr. Muhammad Iqbal, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk a little about the insight I know about one of the social condition in pre-modern times. Okay, do you know Sriwijaya? Yeah, Sriwijaya is the name of a kingdom known as the Kingdom of Nusantara I. This is because the territory under their control is said to cover the current archipelago, even bigger than that. Sriwijaya Kingdom is a maritime kingdom that once stood in the archipelago. Various studies have been carried out to further examine the state of the Sriwijaya community's maritime culture during this pre-modern period. Research on this kingdom was started in 1918 by Tugas by analyzing China's new search. In subsequent development, research on Sriwijaya was increasingly developing by trying to read various archaeological findings in Palembang city. One thing that is interesting is that this kingdom is one of the oldest and largest kingdoms ever present politically in the archipelago. But this kingdom is also the youngest kingdom when it is associated with its discovery when compared to the kingdoms that have existed on the island of Java. However, research on Sriwijaya was only started massively through the national program of the National Archaeological Research Center since 1970. The government began to have a great deal of attention to Sriwijaya site in Sumatra and conducted survey and excavation in Palembang. From the result of the research of a number of written search, using an analysis based on human ecological theory or cultural ecology, it can be concluded that the geographical condition of the Sriwijaya kingdom contribute to its development into a highly respected maritime kingdom in the Malacca Strait. With this condition, the people adapt to their environment to exploit maritime natural research. As a maritime kingdom, the inhabitants of the Sriwijaya kingdom were also a maritime society. They make the sea a source of sustaining life. The production orientation of the community, such as fishing, local crafts, and other maritime expertise, is for trading commodities in the main ports of the Sriwijaya kingdom. The trade of era has transformed Southeast Asia and made it possible for this region to become a global power in its time. This can be seen from the discovery of ship images on temple reliefs and various archaeological finds. One of the skills that the community must have is expertise in building ships. The ships made are used for various maritime facilities, both as a means of transportation between regions and between continents, and also as a commodity that is sold in ports. In closing, it is necessary to carry out further research on the history of maritime culture in Indonesian society using cultural and social science approach, so that the study of maritime history in Indonesia can be confirmed in its entirety. With more in-depth research, an overview of Indonesia's maritime potential can be managed for the advancement of the nation in the future. President Sukarno has said, "A great nation is a nation that knows its history." And in a speech in 1953 emphasized, "Try to make us a sovereign nation again." Yes, the sovereign nation is the broader sense, not just being a servant on a ship, no, but the sovereign nation in the sense of the world ocean horizon. A sovereign nation that has a trading fleet, a sovereign nation who has a military fleet, a sovereign nation whose activities are at sea that match the rhythm of the ocean waves themselves. Let us define these two quotes together. The Indonesian nation is a great nation, and the Indonesian nation is a sovereign nation. Two great powers will make us even bigger. Long life Indonesia. Maybe that's all I can say. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.